You've probably run into the Jurtle pitch glitch in Madden 24. This is something that you'll notice out of shotgun and pistol-based offenses in which the quarterback runs the speed option. Your opponent will push the Y or triangle button to jump in the air, and then they'll lateral it with the pitch button to the running back. A lot of players say that this is impossible to stop. It dumbs out the entire defense. It's a glitch. It's over effective, but listen, it's not a glitch. I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways to easily shut this down. Before we break down the first one, make sure you guys are subscribed right here to the Zam Madden YouTube channel, breaking down content focused on countering the metas or the most effective tactics available in Madden day in and day out to make your experience more enjoyable. So like I said, you guys can run this against any speed option in the game. The most popular ones that you're going to notice are going to be the gun tight open, which I did a video just the other day on how potent this offense is. This is my base offense in Madden, so I'm gonna show you guys how to stop a key element of my base offense. But other examples that you guys might run into include the pistol bunch tight end, as well as various speed options that you would find in the spread playbooks. They all rely on the Jurtle pitch. So let's go ahead and break down the first thing that you guys are going to want to do when facing this speed option glitch, quote unquote. And that is going to be to make sure you have match coverage on, and you're going to choose a play that has a quarter flat zone on the side of your speed option. So let's say that you're facing a shotgun one where the likelihood is that they're going to run it to the right side. You'll just make sure that you call a play that has a quarter flat to the right side. If you guys are facing a pistol based one, you'll want to make sure that you have a cover 4 quarters type play because it has a quarter flat on each side of the field. So that's going to make this quite easy for you. So I'm going to show you guys nickel over G, cover 4 quarters. Now with this particular defense, what I would actually recommend doing is flipping it so that way you have your nickel corner, which is going to get a little bit more width as your player that's down on the edge. Now the cool thing about this is that when he is the P icon, quarter flat zones will actually play the coverage assignment pretty well. So when we go to run this, you're gonna see that he's going to stay in his quarter flat assignment, and you're going to be able to stop it quite easily. This does not require any type of adjustment. It's just simply a quarter flat that is the P assignment is going to defend this. So you see right here, look how he kind of squeezes down. We did the Jurtle pitch to manipulate him, and Cam Chancellor plays this into the flat quite easily. Now, I know a lot of you guys do not like running this type of match-based defense, but if you're facing someone that relies solely on this out of a pistol set, this is the best way to go. Now, in this example, I'm not gonna flip the play, so Cam is over there. I'm actually just gonna run cover 4 quarters. Now, when we show the play art here, notice how I moved this quarter flat defender. If I move him around, but I show the P icon, notice how it's up here on this player. Depending on where you move, it might jump around the formation. Ideally, you want your quarter flat on the edge. If I were to leave it up here at the linebacker level on the second tier, there is a chance that I can actually dumb him out. You see how I could do the Jurtle pitch and he just kind of responds to the quarterback. This is the coding of the quarter flat, okay? So if you're going to run a cover 4 quarter flat defense here and have the P icon on this player, you want to make sure that he's down on the edge. Now you see right here, Wagner is up in the slot and it moves it to the defensive end. You do not want that. You want it down on Wagner. So if I click off of Wagner here and I show the play art, he is now the P icon. If I snap this ball and go to do this, you see right there, he kind of dumbs out a little bit. So this is where we have to kind of make some changes to the way that this is going to behave. Ideally with this, you want your players stacked directly on the line of scrimmage off of the edge. If you could do this effectively out of a over G, great. You may have to go to a different base defense for this to work. But again, you see right here, when we do this, he kind of freezes. Depending on the location, he might freeze and jump towards the quarterback. But you see right there that we had a pretty good example of him staying where he needs to be. So again, just make sure you guys practice your placement. It's basically, if you can put him right on the edge where he gets that icon, he is not going to dumb out. He's always going to play the running back, and you're going to be able to make these tackles. I would recommend, if they do have a glowing running back, you guys have a secure tackler in this spot. EA is making it free in Ultimate Team. If you guys are dealing with this in regs, it won't matter because you're probably not going to miss the tackle anyways. But this is a tried and true adjustment that you guys can use against really any speed option Jurtle pitch. So let's go ahead and take a look right here. If we're talking about the pistol bunch tight end, this is the toughest one to defend because your opponent can flip it left or right. And with the quarterback and the running back in a line, you're not going to have a tell. They could run to the weak side or the strong side. Now, from a defensive setup point of view, this is again very, very important that you guys understand how your defense is going to look. You see right here, the P icon is up on the safety, which is going to not be great here. So if I hold this play art up and I'm trying to click around my defense here, If I were to move my quarter flat zone down, you might go ahead and change the P icon. You actually see that when we kind of put him right here, it does move it. But the problem is going to be that if I click off a cam, he moves, and that's going to put the P icon back in that spot. So this is not a great defense in terms of the left side in getting the P icon where we want. However, if they were to run the speed option to the other side, we would once again be in a spot where if we could put Wagner down here on the edge as the P icon, you're going to get a better response in terms of him playing the pitch. And you see that we get a much better pursuit on that journal pitch to the outside. So the key here is going to be that you want to make sure that you have your defense in a way where if they're going to run it to the left side, you somehow, some way get your P icon on that player. Again, you might have to baseline and press to move stuff around. You see right there that the P icon is not in a great spot. If I were to try to move guys around, you see, again, you're just in a spot where, unfortunately, there's a lot that I'm gonna have to do, kind of move guys around. You see right there, this puts the P icon on the quarter flat. So now when we go to run it out here, now we're in a spot where we're trying to get it, but again, he's playing the journal pitch. So really what you're looking at here, if you want to run big nickel over G against this pistol version, you're gonna have to basically base align press. You're gonna have to move a bunch of people around, and you're probably gonna need Cam in on the edge just to, make him play correctly. Again, we go ahead and kind of run this here, snapping the ball. You see right here, we're still able to dumb him out. So what do we do here to get a better quarter flat assignment? Well, this might be where you decide to go to something more like a 4-3 even 6-1 or a 4-3 over type defense. So let's stay in this pistol bunch tight end here, and we're gonna make a slight adjustment. Same exact play, but let's go and look at 4-3 even 6-1 cover 4 quarters. So now we got these players down on the line of scrimmage near the linebackers. If I were to run this to the left, you see once again that safety on the left is kind of the guy. So when you're facing the pistol bunch tight end, get this safety out of that area so it moves the P icon somewhere. You want to make sure that you've got it in a spot where this player gets it. If the outside corner is the one that's getting it, it's going to be so much worse on you, okay? So you want to make sure that you guys are labbing your defense specifically against this one RPO, because it will kind of help you out a significant amount. So I'm gonna try to move this so we get the P icon on Derrick Brooks. Now you see right here that when we have him in this spot, it definitely puts the P icon on him. Unfortunately, when I click off, it's really not going to do a whole heck of a lot here. So you're not really in a spot where I can get this P icon on him correctly unless he's going to play at that second level. So this particular defense is not the best way to do this against this. So this is where we have to make a different adjustment, and that's where the second part comes in. So we know how to defend the speed option pitch to the right here just by making sure that we have our P icon down on the edge. But we know that we're having a lot of trouble with the side to the left. So here is the key. So notice right here, when we have it kind of set up stock, we've got the linebacker moved in the quarter flat over to the right, so they can't run journal pitch to the right against that quarter flat. But we obviously tried to move players around and get the quarter flat to work on the left, but it just wouldn't. The defensive end in the P icon is actually a really, really good adjustment, okay? So if you just kind of run your defense where you have the P icon on him, we're gonna take that P icon and man it up on the running back, and we are going to play option running back, okay? And what this is going to do is this is going to make that player drop off the line and immediately play the pitch to the running back. So if I try to glitch him out, he's going to be able to make this response to this player every single time, all right? Again, we had option running back and we manned up the running back with the P icon. This goes for any defense, over G, dollar. Just know who the P icon is in your defense on that option to the left, and you're in a good spot. So we're going to play quarter flat to the right side. We are going to play P icon in man on the running back to the left side. That way, both sides are handled, okay? They snap the ball. This player's unblocked. He's playing the running back. He gives the illusion that he's squeezing down the inside cut by the quarterback. Your opponent will do the journal pitch, but he's in man on the running back, and now we have a tackle for loss in the backfield. I'm going to show this to you again. So we're running this to the left. We're going to make sure that we hedge our bet on anything to the right with our quarter flat down on the line. We want to make sure that he's in a spot where if they do run it that way, we're in a good spot. All right, quarter flat, P icon, fine. To the other side, we are going to man up the running back, option running back, and if you really want to, pass commit as well. Totally up to you on that front. Now, when we snap the ball, he's going to play the pitch. Literally that simple. This applies to every single defense in the game. Now, I just showed it to you out of my over G. You guys can find my over G on gridirongameplans.gg. If you guys run dollar, you're just going to do the exact same thing, okay? You're going to look for a cover 6. You're going to make sure that's your quarter flat. I actually don't think dollar has a quarter flat in it, but you'll call a defense in your playbook that has a quarter flat, get it over to the side of the speed option. If you can get it as the P icon, you're in a good spot. When it comes to this pistol bunch version specifically, you want quarter flat to the tight end side. You want the P icon and man to man on the running back and option running back on the bunch side. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Check out Gridiron Game Plans if you want to get better at Madden 24. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Ann. Get the lab in. Good luck.